Welcome to yoga, everyone. Our last class of the summer. We're going to start actually on our backs. It's a hot day, and I think it's a good idea to move slow and get into our bodies. Actually, what I want to do to center ourselves is start the class by just creating a little length here, taking our arms above our head. Maybe our feet are just splayed open at the corners of our mat, at the bottom of our mat. We're going to take a nice, deep, long inhale here, and we're going to lengthen the fingertips away from the toes. Pulling the limbs apart, kind of almost as if we were like rubber. And then on the exhale, slowly gather the knees to the chest, wrap the arms around the shins and tighten it to a little ball, bringing your nose between your knees. Inhale, take the legs and the arms out again. Through the nose, stretch, fill the lungs with air, maybe even arch a little bit off the ground, taking the lower back off the ground, flex the feet if you want, and then on the exhale, slowly gather in to a tight ball, hugging those knees to the chest and squeezing out all that stale air. Continue this elongation on the inhale, and then a slow contraction on the exhale. Doing this in your own time, bringing your breath to your body and your body to your breath. Use your Ujjayi breathing on the exhale, closing the back of the throat so that you can control that exhale. Really make it long and slow, and you create a little hissing sound. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. One last time, let's make this a really big one. Stretch, 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 stretch. And then exhale, slowly contracting into that tight little ball, squeezing the belly button towards the spine. And release. Just bring the feet down to the mat, hands down by your sides. And we're going to take a soft, easy bridge here. Inhale. On the exhale, tilt the pelvis slightly, scooping that lower back towards the ground. Press into the feet, and the feet press into the floor, and we raise into a bridge pose here. We're just going to hold here for a minute. Take some quiet, soft breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. And on the next exhale, rewind, coming down vertebrae by vertebrae. Last thing to come down is the lower back and then the pelvis. Good. We're going to continue with this parallel breathing and moving. We're going to come into bridge, and we're going to slowly lift our arms up all the way above our head as we come into that nice, tall half bridge, tight glutes. And then we're going to match the exhale with the lowering down of our arms and our hips. Now, I would like you to try to really match the inhale perfectly with the movement up, with the rise up, And as soon as you hit the top of your inhale, you begin your exhale and you match that with the lowering down. And as soon as you get to the bottom of your exhale, you begin again. So we're really focusing on the mind, body, breath continuum here. And it's also a little challenging because the arms have to go a little farther than the pelvis, and you want to try and match that as well. So your arms have to go a little faster than your pelvis. So we're going to keep this focus, trying to parallel the movement of the body with the movement of the breath. A few more times. Last time. Fill the lungs with air, tight glutes at the top of your bridge. Slowly control that exhale. And come back to neutral. And just let your knees fall to the right and then recover and fall to the left. Just kind of like windshield wipers here. The knees kind of swish back and forth, loosening up the hip joint. Maybe take a nice big sigh here. Oh, we all need to sigh every once in a while. Good. All right. We're going to do a little core work, but it's going to be very gentle. So we're going to do 3 lifts of the torso off the ground. The feet are going to stay exactly where they are. We're going to inhale. Actually, let's take the arms to the side. We're going to inhale. On the exhale, we're going to scoop down and forward, palms up. And we're going to inhale and lower back down. On the next exhale, we're going to take the feet off the floor and scoop a little bit higher, reaching up on the 45-degree angle. And then we're going to leave those legs where they are, but bring the torso back down to the floor on the inhale. On the third and final inhale, we're going to stretch the legs all the way up and reach up towards those toes. And then we're going to come back down, bringing the feet to the floor to start that 3-step process again. So here we go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, scoop down and low. Focus between the knees, palms up. Inhale, control your descent back down to the ground. Exhale, lift the feet off the floor to table. Reach all the way up to a 45-degree angle. Palms up. Inhale, the torso comes down, the legs stay up. Lastly, exhale, reach and extend the legs all the way up. See if you can get a little higher. And then recover back down, feet to the floor. Let's do a few more of these triple sets. Remember the deep inhale and the deep exhale through the nose with control on that exhale. And remember, slow and controlled is the name of the game. Try to find the rhythm in the breath. Try to find the grace in the movement. It becomes a little triplet, a little, almost like a waltz. You can sing it in your head. Last set, all together. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, scoop low and slow. Belly button to spine. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, scoop down into the 45-degree angle. Feet, legs come up to table. Inhale, torso comes down. Exhale, extend the legs, reach towards the toes, see the ceiling, and recover. Good. We should be getting that body nice and warm. Swish those knees again, right to left, releasing that lower back. Good. Go ahead and hug the knees to the chest. Maybe circle them to the right if that feels good. Massaging that lower back on the floor. And maybe to the left. Good. Go ahead and extend the left leg and hug the right knee to the chest. And then go ahead and extend that leg. Now I'm grabbing hold of my pants, just the ankle of my pants. You can grab hold of the calf, you can hold behind the hamstring here. And if you really have flexibility, you can grab the toe. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm just gonna extend that right foot all the way up, flexing the heel towards the ceiling, bending the knee towards the chest, and then extending the leg. And while I'm doing that, bending and straightening, I'm also kind of giving that hip joint a little bit of a thumb. I'm kind of pressing into that space, trying to loosen that joint. Breathing, exhaling into that extension. Give it a couple of just lower and lifts here. Foot is flexed. Inhale, exhale as you bring the leg up. So we're trying to activate the pelvis, activate the hip joint, and then go ahead and grab the ankle and then open up that leg to the right. Now see if you can use your core to anchor that left hip. Maybe take the ankle around, the toes around to the right here and to the left. And see if you can pull that leg towards your ear and then release it down. Try the other side. Lift the left knee to the chest and then extend. Grab wherever it feels comfortable. Do a few plies with that knee, bringing the knee to the chest and a few extensions. If it feels good to point the foot when you extend, go ahead and do that. You can keep it flexed. Whatever feels good. We're trying to stretch out that hamstring. Got a couple lower and lifts here. With that left leg, keep the foot flexed. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Grab it, the ankle or your pants or whatever. Take that leg to the side, to the left. Try to anchor the right hip with your core muscles, those deep, deep lower abs. Circle the ankle. Pull a little bit towards your ear and release. Let's go ahead and do a happy baby here. So bending the knees towards the chest, both of them. Go ahead and grab that big toe with your fingers and just rock back and forth. Try to flatten that lower back down onto the ground. Soft and easy, swaying back and forth. And release those legs down onto the ground. We're going to do a couple of roll-ups here. So let's start with our arms up over our head. Nice deep inhale, legs extended. On the exhale, we're gonna peel our arms, keeping our forearms or our upper arm close to our ears. We're gonna try to come all the way to sitting. Scoot back a little bit. And then we get a nice treat here. Inhale. On the exhale, we release forward into a gentle forward fold. Shake out the head, no. Shake out the head, yes. And then come back to sitting and reverse that peel. Slowly, with control, rolling through the pelvis, the lower back, the mid-spine, and all the way through. Last thing to come to the ground are your fingertips. And on the exhale, you start again, peeling yourself up. Take a nice deep breath here and release forward. Shake it out. Come back up to sitting. Really establish that long spine and then rewind back to the ground. Inhale, arms come above the head. Exhale one more time. Peel slowly, 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 slowly with control. In that tough spot, you just keep focusing forward. And let's hang out here for a second. If you want, you can go ahead and move the flesh from out beneath your sits bones and go ahead and grab those feet, grab the arches of the feet and pull yourself down into a little deeper forward fold stretch. Take a few deep breaths here. Good, and rolling all the way up. Let's swing those legs around and come into all fours. A little cat-cow here. Make sure the knees are underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Let's arch, look up on the inhale and round, look down on the exhale. Continue this in your own time. Good. Now we're going to inhale on the arch, and on the exhale, we're going to curve the spine down, pushing the pelvis down towards the heels and into prayer. Inhale, come up to neutral, and then give me a little push up right here, chin to the floor, and back up. Again, exhale into the spine, crunching that belly button towards the spine, pulling all the way back into prayer. Then inhaling back up to neutral and a soft half push up with the knees on the ground. Continue this for a few rounds. One more time and I'll meet you in prayer. Good. Take the hands over to the right, Leave, so that you get a nice stretch on the left side of your torso. Try to really drop the pelvis down towards the ground. Oh, I'm getting a little toe cramp. My left toe. Yeah, just breathe and surrender. This should feel nice. And then when you're ready, walk the hands to the left side And see if you can really drop the right side of your body down towards the mat, stretching out the whole body side. And then bring it back to center. Walking the hands up, and just to be even, let's do a nice camel pose. I'm gonna grab my blocks. You don't need blocks. An option for camel is to be up on your knees, fingertips facing down at your lower back, squeezing the elbows together, and then lifting the chest up towards the ceiling, tight glutes. That's option one. If you want, you can grab hold of your ankles, your heels, or use blocks like I am. Inhale, squeezing the shoulders together, chin to chest, and then exhale, pressing the pelvis forward and releasing the head back. Breathe here. And recover. Good. Coming back onto all fours. Actually, I'm going to come to face you. I'm going to take the right leg out to the side with the toes facing forward. I'm going to bring my hands just forward of my shoulders. All I want to do here is rock back and then rock forward. What you should be feeling as you send the pelvis back is a really delicious inner thigh stretch on that right leg and in the groin area. So we're just softly stretching in. Inhale as we come up, exhale as we go back. And then when you're ready, if you want to, you can come down into the stretch and just hang out with your forehead on the floor. Oh yeah, recover. Bring that knee in, and let's just tuck the toes for a minute and come all the way to sitting, get vertical. Spread those toes out underneath you. And let's just take the wrists and do a few circles with them in one direction and then in the other. Maybe do a little shake. Shake, 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 shake to take away the attention from our toes. And then we'll come back, same position, left leg comes out, toes are forward. Hands are slightly in front of my, let me back up so you can see me, right in front of my shoulders. We're going to press the pelvis back towards the heel and then come up. And you can actually, even if you want, come forward a little bit, bringing the shoulders forward just to get the psoas, the front of the right pelvis, a little stretch. Ooh, yeah. So just do a little back and forth here, soft and slow. Again, matching the movement of the breath with the movement of the body. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you press back. And when you're ready, go ahead and just hang out here. Good. Recover. All right. Since we're here, let's mark the end of our warm-up with our pranayama, our 20 breaths. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bringing them down through heart center. Now you can do this slowly, you can do this quickly, you can activate the speed halfway through. It's really for you just to focus on that breath and kind of seal our practice right now as we move into more powerful poses. Whenever you're ready, you can begin. Three more. On that last one, interlace the fingers in a way that doesn't feel normal or natural. Send the palms to the ceiling. Big breath in, big exhale. Walk the shoulders up the ladder, one at a time. Right, left, right, left, right, left. See how much space you just created. Keep that space as you take the arms out and down. And good, let's get some water. Hydration, really important on these hot days. And I will meet you back on all fours on your mat. We're going to go ahead and get into dolphin. So come on down onto your forearms. You can either hold your hands together in a fist, like one hand over the other fist, or you can have them like the hands shooting straight off the elbows. Go ahead and tuck the toes. And then bring your pelvis up. So we have a nice dolphin to kind of prepare us for ultimately a nice down dog, but dolphin is pretty challenging. So reaching the heels towards the floor, still trying to get the sits bones reaching towards the ceiling. All 5 fingers pressed into the floor. We're going to inhale and come into half plank. And exhale back into dolphin. 4 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Drop those knees and come all the way back up. Let's go ahead and extend that right arm to the side. Weave the right arm underneath the left so that you can actually plant your cheek on the floor. The left hand is flat on the mat. Go ahead and extend the right leg out and then pushing the floor with that left hand. Look over your left shoulder. Breathe. And then lower that knee down. Press the palm into the floor and come up. Why did that feel so strange? I haven't done it in a while. All right, let's try the other side. Left arm comes up. Weaves down under the right. Plant the cheek on the floor. Oh, that's why it felt weird. I lifted the wrong leg. We're gonna have to do the other side. Lift the right leg this side. I think I lifted the wrong leg last time. That's what it was. Look over your right shoulder. Press the weight back so that your hips are kind of, the weight of your hips is going towards your heels. And then press into the floor and recover. Yeah, sorry, we have to do the other side again because I lifted the wrong leg. No wonder it felt weird. So, redo. Right arm comes out, weaves through, Left leg comes up. And then we push into the floor with the left hand looking over our left shoulder. Yeah, now I feel that yummy twisted stretch from my shoulder to my heel and come up. All right. Yeah. Let's just let those legs open up, shake them out a little bit. Give them a little rub down. And we will come into a sumo squat. So get your feet situated in such a distance from each other that you can somewhat keep the heels down on the floor. Press those elbows into the knees and drop your pelvis down between the knees. Chest is lifted. This is super hard as we get older, but also super important. And see if we can then place the hands on the floor and then send the pelvis back up towards the ceiling. Take the heels back so the toes are reaching forward, and let's just come into a pyramid stretch. The feet should be wider than the hips. And if you want, grab hold of the elbows and just give yourself a little figure 8 movement with the torso. So you're swinging the torso in the figure 8 shape. Head is heavy. Good. Place your hands on your hips. Take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, come all the way up to standing through a flat back, using your core to bring your torso up. Take those toes out and come into goddess. Hold and breathe. On the next inhale, swing your torso to the right, lifting the left heel off the mat and come into crescent. Chest is lifted, back of the left knee is lengthened. Drop that heel, bring yourself back around to the front, back into goddess. On the next inhale, swing the arms down, lift the right heel, come into crescent on the left side. Chest is lifted. Back of the knee is lengthened. Front knee is over the front ankle. Bring yourself around, drop that heel, come back to goddess. And let's straighten the legs and lift the heels off the floor to come into star. Feel the expansion of star, tight glutes, drop the shoulders, lift the belly button, and then come back down into goddess. We're gonna do that same pattern, but we're gonna do it a little faster. Inhale, swivel to the right, crescent on the right. Exhale, swivel back to goddess. Inhale, swivel to the left, crescent, left side. Exhale, back to center, goddess. Continue in your own time. Meet you in star. Rise up. Imagine yourself floating in space. And recover. Go ahead and shake out those legs, shake out those arms. Let's come into our classic standing pose. Tree. Grab hold of that right foot. Place it on the inside of the left thigh. Send the knee back, lift the belly. And then when you're ready, take those arms up. And balance. Find your serenity spot. And release. Moving right into the opposite side. Rooting all four corners of that standing foot into the ground. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna do a little flow series, a little mobility. Just simple, starting from the top of our mat. We're going to inhale, lifting the right thigh to the chest. On the exhale, we're gonna step back into warrior two. Line up those hips. Right hip should be right behind left hip. Let's take 2 deep breaths here in warrior two. On the inhale, let's come into reverse warrior. Dropping that right hand down onto the right thigh, left arm swooping over the head, looking under the left armpit. Coming all the way over, take that left elbow, place it on the left thigh. Take the right arm up and over for side angle. And if you want an extra challenge, parallel those arms. Return to warrior two. Now using the strength of your left leg and the push off of your right leg, see if you can swoop the arms down and up, bringing the thigh to the chest one more time, and then coming back to mountain. Let's try the other side. Lift the left thigh to the chest. Arms come up. Inhale. Exhale. Step back into warrior two. Line up those hips and take 2 deep breaths. On the inhale, lift the right arm up and over the head. Drape the left arm down the back of the thigh. Sink into your lunge a little bit more. Breathe. Bringing the right elbow to the right thigh, look over your left shoulder and lift the left arm up and over the head. Press the pelvis forward slightly. If you want an extra challenge, parallel those arms. Come back to warrior two. Use the momentum to push off that leg. Bring the thigh to the chest one more time. and come to mountain. Beautiful. All right. Let's just come to the back of our mats. Do a nice deep inhale, swinging the arms up, and dive through those arms all the way into a forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, and exhale, come back down into that forward fold. Wag the tail, shake out the knees, let the head release. And when you're ready, walk the hands into downward facing dog. Let's just breathe here. 3 deep breaths. Press those hands into the floor. Reach the heels into the mat. Sits bones floating towards the ceiling. Shoulders wrapping away from each other and down. Lift the right leg up on the next inhale. Exhale, swing it through and bring it to the outside of your right hand. And then step it right back into down dog. Inhale the left leg off the ground. Exhale, step forward to the outside of the left hand. And then step it right back. We're gonna do that for a little cardio, as long as you need to, as many as you can do in about a minute. Here we go. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, come back. Left and right. Two more on each side. Last set, you can do it. Good. Come into plank. Lower the knees to the floor. Lower the chin and the chest to the floor. Come down on your belly. Pull the mat towards you as you lift the head towards the ceiling, pressing to the mat. Tight elbows to chest. And release. Woo! Just rock the hips a little bit, side to side. We're going to do a little bit of back work here. Start with the arms above the head, forehead on the mat. We're going to inhale here. On the exhale, we're going to lift the torso off the floor with the arms in Superwoman. We're going to take the arms to T, and then we're going to take the elbows into the rib cage and lift the head a little higher towards the ceiling, and then back down to the floor. Inhale. Superwoman. T, W, bring those elbows in and release. Inhale, exhale, Y, T, W, and back down. Last time. Inhale, exhale, Y, T, W, and release. Woo, good. Tuck those toes, come into full plank. We're just gonna hold full plank here. If that's too much, come down onto your forearms. Breathe. Booties up. Down dog. Go ahead and lift the right leg off the ground, swing the knee through, and drop down onto the shin. We're gonna come into pigeon. We're gonna start with a really nice inhale and an arch looking up. And then on the exhale, coming down onto our forearms. And then if you want, releasing the hands forward and dropping the forehead onto the ground. This is a very intense pose. Can bring up a lot of anxiety, a lot of emotion, a lot of fear. Try to just be gentle and tender with yourself. Exhale into it. Let gravity do the work. When you're ready, bring yourself back all the way up, torso is lifted. Take a nice deep inhale, tuck the back toe, and then come back into down dog. Lift the left leg and swing that knee through, dropping onto your shin. Take a nice deep breath in, look up. Exhale onto your forearms. And you can stay here. This is a perfectly fine stretch right here on the forearms. If you want, you can extend the arms and drop the head down to the mat. When you're ready, press the palms into the floor, tuck that back toe, extend the left leg back into down dog, and then drop onto your knees. And this time, let's open up the knees wide and come into prayer with a wide knees here. And you can even let the chest drop a little bit. So there's like a little arch in the mid chest, upper back area. Coming back up onto our sits bones. Let's bring the right leg, the right foot into the left thigh with the left leg shooting out. Foot is flexed. Inhale, take that right arm up. Exhale, slide the hand down the leg. Pull your toes down. Pull your ear down towards your knee. And then if you want, open up that arm and put the back of the hand on the back and use that as traction to open up that right shoulder a little bit more. See if you can open up the chest towards the ceiling as you pull the left ear down. Take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, let that right elbow melt forward, down, across, and see if you can get the right side of the torso to drop towards the floor. And walking the hands up, slowly but surely, gently switch sides. Inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, slide the right hand down the leg, grab hold of those toes. Gently pull the ear towards the knee. Open up the chest. Swoop that arm back behind you. Place the top of the palm, the back of the hand, the top part of the hand against your back. Use that to as traction to open up the chest as you continue to pull the ear down. Take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, melt the left shoulder down across the leg and place the hands on either side of the ankle. Rotate the left side of the torso down towards the floor. And then walk your hands back up to sitting. Shake out those hips. And then one last thing here, let's take the soles of the feet together. Grab hold of the feet with the thumbs in the arches. Take a nice deep breath in, lengthen the spine. On the exhale, open up the feet like you're opening a book. See if you can get the sides, the pinky sides of the feet to be touching. As you press the elbows into the knees and open the knees, dropping them towards the mat. And then if you want, dip the top of your head down towards your feet. Take a nice deep inhale. Come up, use the hands to lift the knees up, extend them, give them another rub down, shake the muscle off the bone, swing your legs around and come down onto your back. Let's go ahead and cross our right leg over our left, like we're sitting ladylike in a chair at T. Our lower foot can be off the floor. On the exhale, let the knees fall to the left and look over your right shoulder. Your right hand should be shoulder height, and you're looking over that shoulder, trying to drop the knees towards the floor and keeping the right shoulder on the floor as well. A gentle spinal twist here. And recover. Back to neutral. Spine. Uncross. Maybe give a shake to your legs. And then recross with the other leg on top. Let the knees fall to the floor. Look over your opposite shoulder, palm down. Breathe. Surrender. And recover slowly back to neutral spine. Uncross those legs, give them a little shake. Extend the legs down onto the ground and the arms above the head. Inhale. At the top of the inhale, squeeze everything. Hold your breath. Tighten your fists, tighten your face, tighten your shoulders, your rib cage, your core, your glutes, your thighs, your calves, your toes. Hold it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it until you can't squeeze anymore, and then Drop down into the floor, release. Remove the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Swallow. Stick out your tongue and say, ah. Come down into deep relaxation, into Shavasana. And I'll put on a nice song for us to listen to. And we'll do our final honoring the work that we've done today with a little deep relaxation. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you want. Otherwise, you can come to a seated position and bring your hands to heart center, and we'll close our class today with gratitude. Gratitude for this earth that continues to do its best despite the harm that we've done to it. And gratitude for the breezes that blow that help us deal with the heat. And gratitude for our bodies that are learning how to adapt and be flexible. And gratitude for our mind to help us cope and deal with all of the changes that are happening in the world. The spirit in me salutes the spirit in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming.